Dear students, today we will study the poem The Spider and the Fly, written by Mary Bothen Howitt. This poem was published in 1834. It is a cautionary tale. Tale means story. Cautionary means that gives you an awareness about the society, tells you to take precaution against the evil prevailing in the society, to be aware. Okay, so it is a cautionary story. And this poem is also said to be a dark comedy. Dark comedy means a serious matter prevailing in the society is dealt in light manner. Okay, so through the fable, through the story of a spider and the fly, a serious matter is dealt with. What is the serious matter? Let's see that through the theme of this poem. The innocent and gullible, gullible also means innocent. The innocent and gullible can be won over by wily and shrewd. Wily also means cunning, shrewd also means the same. So by wily and shrewd predators, predators means the big animals eating the small animals, like that. So by cunning, the wily and shrewd predators who abound in society. So cruel people are more in society, innocent people are less. So this poem tells the innocent people, it's a precaution for the innocent people that be aware of the cruel people prevailing in the society. So this is a very serious matter and it is dealt in a very simple way by giving the example of a spider and a fly. So it is a dark comedy. Okay. Now spider represents cunning people and fly represents the innocent people. So they are also used as metaphor, comparison you can say. Spider is compared with cunning and fly is compared with innocent. So it's also a metaphor. Metaphor means when you directly compare something. So spider in this poem, what's happening? The spider is tempting the fly to come into the web so that the spider can eat the fly. Let's see if the spider is successful in this or what happens at the end. Let's see the poem in detail. Will you walk into my parlor? Said the spider to the fly. Parlor here means the web. Okay, made by the spider. So spider is asking the fly, oh fly, will you come in my web? It is the prettiest little parlor that ever you did spy. Spy means notice. It is a very pretty web. You must have never noticed it. You must have never seen anything so pretty as this web, as this parlor. The way into my parlor is up a winding stair. Winding is circular steps. So you have to go here, then here, like this. So circular steps. And then you go inside. Directly you don't go inside like this. It says it is a winding stair. Round and round like that. And I have many pretty things to show when you are there. And there are so many pretty things in my web. Okay, like a house has so many beautiful things. The same way my web, my parlor has so many pretty things. You will love to see it. So he tried to tempt the fly. That's saying that come to the parlor, it is very pretty, pretty things are there. But the fly was not caught by this. The fly understands that what happens when one goes in the web. So the fly says, oh no, no, said the little fly. To ask me is it vain. Vain means useless. You're wasting your time, spider. I'm not going to come in your web. For who goes up your winding stair can never come down again. I know it, that whoever goes in this stairs is caught in that, never comes back again alive. So I will never come in your web. So the first attempt of the spider fails. So in this stanza you can mark that how did the spider try to lure or try to attract the fly? By giving the temptation of pretty things. Then second stanza, what does he say? I'm sure you must be weary. Weary means tired. Now spider is saying to the fly, oh fly, you must be very tired with soaring up so high. Soaring means flying. You fly so high. Now fly does not fly very high. Yes, eagles and other birds fly even higher than the fly. But spider is saying that, oh, you work so hard, you fly so high. Will you rest upon my little bed? So there is a little bed in the parlor. Come and rest on that bed, said the spider to the fly. So you must be tired of flying, so come and rest. There are pretty curtains drawn around. So again he is telling that there is a little bed where you can rest yourself. There are curtains around. The sheets are fine and thin. The sheets, that is the bed sheets. The bed sheets are very smooth and soft. They are fine, thin bed sheets. And if you like to rest a while, I'll snugly tuck you in. Snugly means I'll tightly give you the comfort. So you will not feel lonely over there. I'll give you the company so you can come and rest yourself. The bed sheet is very soft. Oh, so now again the fly understood what is the temptation. That he's asking me to come on the bed and then he will eat me up. So the fly says, oh no, said the little fly. For I have often heard it said, many insects have been telling me, they never wake again who sleep upon your bed. So whoever sleeps on the little bed in your parlor never wakes up again alive. You eat them up. I know this. I am not going to fall in your trap. So second attempt also fails. Now see the third attempt. Said the cunning spider to the fly, dear friend, what can I do? He's calling the fly a friend. Actually the spider wants to eat the fly. Yes, but he is saying, dear friend. So be aware of those people in the society who call you friend and use you up. Okay, so here the spider says, dear friend, what can I do? To prove the warm affection I have always felt for you. I feel so much love for you. What can I do to show that love? I have within my pantry. Pantry means where the food is stored. Like in trains you have pantry cars. Yes, so where food is available. Now he gives the temptation of food. In the first stanza he talked about pretty things. Second stanza he talked about bed. You can rest. Third stanza he is talking about food. That I have a little pantry. Good store for all that is nice. All type of nice food is available there. I am sure you are very welcome. Will you please to take a slice? So you are welcome to eat. Come in my parlor and eat. Will you please come and take a slice of the food items that I have here? The fly denies this temptation of the spider also. What does she say? Oh no, said the little fly. Kind sir, that cannot be. That's very kind of you that you are offering me the food, but it's not possible. I have heard what is in your pantry and I do not wish to see. I know what is there. What will be there in the spider's pantry? Of course, the insects, the wings of the leftover insects. What else? Spiders eat all that. So fly says, I know what is in your pantry and I don't want to see that. I'm not interested in the food. Sweet creature. Okay, now the spider flatters the fly. See, other temptations you can resist. It be money, it be love, it be rest, it be food. Okay, other temptations human beings have control on. But the biggest temptation is flattery. People praise you on your face and you are caught in that trap. And then they make use of you. So be aware of this trap. Now this is the fourth attempt of the spider. And the spider is successful in this. Okay, so now he started praising the fly. And if you see, human beings love to be praised. This is what this poem is telling us about, that be aware of flatterers. So the spider says, sweet creature, he flatters the sky, oh sweet little creature, said the spider, you are witty and you are wise. Why is the fly witty? Witty also means intelligent, wise also means the same. You're witty and wise because you know how to resist on the temptations of food, rest, and to see pretty things. You know how to control your temptations. So you are very intelligent. How handsome are your gauzy wings. Gauzy means the shiny, this which emits light. So thin and shiny. Your wings are so gauzy. How brilliant are your eyes, and there is a big shine in your eyes. So your wings, your eyes have a great deal of shine in them. I have a little looking glass. Looking glass means mirror. I have a mirror upon my parlor shelf. If you will step in one moment, dear, you shall behold yourself. Behold means you can see yourself and be happy. So I have mirror in my parlor. You look at yourself. How pretty you are, fly. Your wings, your eyes are so shiny, so bright. Come and have a look at yourself. I thank you, gentle sir. Now the fly is, this temptation is difficult to say no. So fly says, I thank you, sir, gentle sir, she said, for what you are pleased to say. So you are saying this, that I can come and look myself in your mirror. Thank you for this. And bidding you good morning now. Bidding means I am taking leave. Bye bye, spider. I am bidding you good morning. I will call another day, but I promise I will come some other day. She did not deny that I will not come, but she said, some other day I will come, but surely I will come to look at myself. Because nowhere I get to see myself how pretty I am. So there is a glass mirror in your parlor, so I will come and see myself. Now the spider was very happy because the fly has been caught in the trap. Someday she will come, but she will surely come. The spider turned him round about, turned himself. Now spider is going to prepare his web, no? And went into his den. So earlier he was calling the web as parlor, and now the poet is calling it den. Den is where lion lives. Okay, where wild animals live. That is called a den. For well he knew the silly fly would soon be back again. So he knew that fly is very foolish. And what did he say on the face? Oh fly, you're so witty, you're so wise. And inside what is he thinking? She is such a silly fly who caught in the trap of mine. So he wove a subtle web in a little corner sly. Subtle means unnoticeable. Okay, so he made another web where the fly cannot notice that. Unnoticeable, cannot be seen, transparent type. So he made another web and set his table ready to dine upon the fly. And the table is ready. So as soon as the fly will come, it will eat. Dine means eat. So it will eat the fly for dinner. So he has set everything ready. Then he came out to his door again and merrily did sing. So he came out of the web and then he started singing happily. Come hither, hither, pretty fly. So come here, pretty fly. With the pearl and silver wing, your wings are like pearls, like silver, so pretty, so beautiful, so precious. Come here, fly. Your robes are green and purple. Robes means your dress, your body is green and purple in color. There is a crest upon your head. Okay, crest, that is on the top of your head. There is like a little crown over your head. So he is praising the wings, the eyes, the color of the body, the crown, everything he is praising. Your eyes are like the diamond bright, but mine are dull as lead. Means my eyes are so dull, your eyes are so bright like diamond. So flattery is a weapon with which the innocent are caught, very easily caught. Be aware, okay? So here the spider is telling the fly that her wings, her eyes, her robes, everything is so pretty. And then he says about himself that he is so bad, his eyes are dull and everything. Okay. Alas, alas, how very soon this silly little fly, so foolish fly caught in the trap of flattery, hearing his wildly flattering words, wily means clever. So she heard the flattering words, the clever flattering words of the spider, came slowly flitting by. Flitting means moving. So she moved slowly but came near the parlor, near the web. With buzzing wings, she hung aloft. She's making sound with the wings. Means she came so near that the spider can even hear the sound of the wings of the fly. Then near and nearer, and then she's going even nearer to the web. So first she came near the spider, now she's moving near the web. Thinking only of her brilliant eyes, she forgot that she had been told not to go near the spider, not to go in the web. No one comes out alive from there. She forgot all that. Yes, she's only thinking about her beautiful eyes, her green and purple hue. Hue is color. The green and purple color of her body. Thinking only of her crested head. Okay, so the crested head means on the head they have like two antennas which looks like a crown. So she's thinking about her head. Poor foolish thing. The poet shows pity on the fly. Okay, oh poor thing, caught in the trap of flattery. At last, up jumped the cunning spider. So when the fly came very close near the web, the spider jumped upon the fly and fiercely held her fast. Fiercely means violently attacked her. He dragged her up his winding stair. So when she was caught, then he dragged her cruelly up the stairs into his dismal den. Dismal means sad, gloomy, dark den. Okay, den is where the wild animals live. So here wild is spider. So he dragged the fly into his dark home inside. Within his little parlor, but she never came out again. So fly was never out of that trap. She was eaten by the spider. And now, dear little children, who may this story read? So this is for the children. So children, now see, morals are given by giving one story. So here example of spider and the fly is given. And now the moral is going to be given. So serious matter dealt in a very light manner. What is the moral? You can mark that. To idle, silly, flattering words. Which type of words? Idle. Idle means useless, which has no truth in it. Silly, flattering, yes, which flatters you, praises you, to such words. I pray you, the poet says, I request you, never give heed. Heed means attention. Never pay attention to useless, flattering words. Unto an evil counselor. Evil means wicked. So if a wicked counselor, someone who is wicked and giving you advice and praising you. So to an evil counselor, close heart and ear and eye. So close your heart. Don't show any affection, any emotion for such person who flatter you on the face. Close your heart, close your ears. Don't listen to their words and eye, and don't see them also. Avoid their company. So people who flatter you, you should be away from them. This is what we learned from it. And in real life also we see so many examples where people are given temptations of job in foreign countries. Yes, and then when they go there, they are treated as slaves, their passports are taken, they are made to do such work which they would have never dreamt of. This is one example. Like this, there are so many examples in a practical life where innocent people or not so wise people are trapped in the clutches of evil people. So be aware. And take a lesson from this tale. Tale means story of the spider and the fly. So learn from the story and follow it. So a very serious matter dealt in a light manner of the story of the spider and the fly, where the spider represents the cunning people and fly the innocent one.